game number 1.
It was great to see KT really turn things around. Like, I was just massive as the Pacific Ocean. So I'm sure he's got anything, and he's going to go for Malphite again. Why not?
Going to bring it back here. Malphite. I think very similar to game number 1. Lissandra ain't killing Malphite. So
No.
if Sandbox don't snowball, game becomes very hard to play out for them. But I do think that
Here we go, on to the rift for game number 4. As I was kind of surprised to see BDD just slam down the Ahri as soon as he did, but I suppose...
But with this draft in particular from Sandbox, you gotta make some moves, and it looks like we might get those. Maybe. Soon-ish. Right? No.
Well, thank
Not
you
yet.
for your extreme confidence, Chronicler. That's definitely going to help.
Yes.
Yes, and it does look like KT are going to start this one up. Cuz is on the Drake.
They don't have Prior. Oh, the keen roam.
Yeah, he is making his way down. Birdall, no teleport. This is a big committal for just the one Drake.
Yeah,
As Lift Sandbox will give it away.
They can't. Yeah, with Keen spotted. And that is going to be, at the very least, one plate and a wave going into the turret here. Birdall going to be able to get a back timing in. And it would already be here.
Yeah, so aiming is just going to get turret plates again. We saw this before.
Birdall can TP towards bot though, so I do think that the fallout should be minimal.
Yeah, because sticking around, but it doesn't look like they are actually trying to fight this. So, yep, Lift Sandbox take it down. BDD does get a turret plate mid. So, a couple of plates given over to the side of KT in trade of this objective.
That's a big win. And the Sandbox comp, to me, when they're not snowballing, does feel a little lackluster. Envy does have his cooldown, now got the Guild Force as well.
Uh-oh, Cuz going very deep beyond a ward as he's just going to Crescent Guard, but he gets stunned up anyway as First Blood does come in at 12, and I'm going to set up here on this Drake. And let's see if Lift Sandbox will begin to press their buttons. I mean, you've got Vilasandra. Look for a pick on the SERIE, you know, do something.
Not happening.
Okay, never mind. Just give them the Drake.
They have started it up now, and they're back off.
All right, I think this is the moment. Hook into Keen as Closer is behind enemy lines, but they just try to turn onto him. As deep he goes, he gets charmed! As in goes Lahen's, a massive combo in the backline. Envy can't play the game. As he is kiting back though, Keen is super tanky, but he will eventually go down. Has to try to flash to get away from this one. And a massive red visual comes in. Aiming goes in just to die immediately as KT runs straight into Lift Sandbox's trap. Man, they shouldn't have pressed their buttons.
It was a mistake!
They win the fight, and they're going to take down the Baron.
This is feeling like a game number 5, Valdez! KT, even with the pings, even with knowing that Closer was there, and what looked like a disjointed play from Sandbox with Villa joining the fight very late. Sandbox out-executed him, and that's what if we're going to look at the replay, do keep note here. Exactly. That's 2 ultimates. That's big. Willer also ulted him. Without Envy actually in position with white guns, like he still needs time.
Yeah, now BDD's making his way in. We got teleport back in from Keen. They don't care about the Drake. I mean, Cuz might get in to try to steal it, but he doesn't really matter. Oh, he gets in and he does steal it! It's actually huge from Cuz to pick this one up. They get the Chemtech, so they're looking for the follow-up fight as a massive Keen ultimate gets on top of Envy, and the charm is there! Aphelios does 0 damage in the fight, and KT finally find the angle. The mental game is gone as they press their buttons, and they outplay Lift Sandbox on the fight.
And that's exactly what we were talking about. I don't know, I think Envy might not have had his flash available yet there. It came just off cooldown. If I'm not mistaken, we'll see in the replay. Did try to Guild Force away, but it's KT. Able to get the soul there, and that soul, that's one thing. But you can't afford to then also are in control of the map right now. Cuz and Lahan's on an angle.
Nice little angle here. Kyle in a little bit of trouble as Cuz is not the target you want to attack here, really, as Envy is autoing onto him, but the Crescent Guard is there. Hook comes in, they're going pretty deep onto this one, as, oh man, the Moonlight Vigil misses, and 0 damage will be done on that one, as now they're trying to get in onto Closer. That's a nice little W here, but Closer is just going to have to ult himself, trying to click the Lantern, but he cannot. He will go down. And now KT can turn onto the Baron.
Really important moment there. A lot of ultimates down. If that Moonlight Vigil hits, you might be fine, but that's not going to be the case. KT with this Baron surely should be able to... It is a lot of damage though, because KT has 4 dragons.
Charm in onto Bertle. As Cuz in a little bit of trouble here, but he is followed up. Nice stopwatch for Willer, but will he survive from here as he goes in onto Bertle, trying to make a play here onto the Cassante, who is just draining in life, goes into the Stoneblade, and a massive Keen ultimate again. Envy is just on the run, but down he goes! They lose the Aphelios, and that should be the nail in the coffin. They finally get the fight they were looking for, and KT will be able to take down the series 3-1.
It was a rough and bumpy ride, Valdez. And KT coming in like the clear favorite. In the end, clean 3-1. Nothing to see here.
Oh, what pristine dominance from KT tonight. Oh man, jokes aside, they get the job done.
That's what matters. You get the win.
You move on to double elimination, where you will at least have the buffer, and that they do. They take down Live Sandbox 3-1. And they gotta be happy with that. Not a lot of big smiles on